Boxing is a sport. Boxing is a community. Boxing is a way of life. My earliest memory of boxing was going to watch Mike Tyson at the pub with my uncle in South London. Dozens of men and women standing around, excited with anticipation, watching Iron Mike about to knock somebody out. He did not disappoint. As soon as his opponents hit the canvas, the pub roared with joy as if their favourite football team had just scored a goal. I was amazed how one man could capture the imaginations of millions around the world. There are many benefits to boxing training: improved cardiovascular health, increased self-confidence, a method of self-defense, better overall body strength, better stamina and endurance, increased hand-eye coordination, decreased stress. Boxing offers lots of opportunities outside of exercise and entertainment for those who are willing to commit. It keeps you fit, great for stress relief and mental health, offers the chance to make money, a place to meet people. Despite having been around for thousands of years, boxing participation is growing worldwide as it is becoming more accessible for men and women from all backgrounds. As of 2020, there were more than 1,000 boxing gyms in the UK, with around 775,000 people participating within the sport. According to Forbes, in the US, boxing is the fourth most popular sport, with 33% of respondents saying they are fans of the sweet science. Harris poll. There are three main reasons that the growth in participation can be tied to. Firstly, since 2012, women's boxing has been added to the Olympics. In 2018 to 19, more than 400,000 women were regularly involved in the sport. Secondly, celebrities and social media influencers have begun taking the sport seriously. YouTube stars such as KSI, Deji, Logan Paul and Jake Paul have brought in new eyes to the sport. These two families have over 100 million followers combined in two of the biggest boxing PPV markets in the world, US and UK. They have also been connected with some of the biggest names in boxing, like Eddie Hearn and Floyd Mayweather, despite having limited experience in the boxing ring. They have learnt their spot within the sport and are becoming true pioneers within the boxing space. The third reason can be attributed to the increased investment in new form broadcasters. DAZN is a global sports entertainment platform that offers a streaming service to become market disruptors. With larger investment, promoters are able to put on bigger shows which attract more people. More recently, there has been massive investment into boxing from Saudi Arabia via His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. As of 2025, Riyadh season has become the new epicenter of global boxing, with promoters working in unison like never before. Athletes, creatives and entrepreneurs from all around the world come out to support their favorite boxers on fight night. Some of the boxing fans include Denzel Washington, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, Will Smith, Mark Wahlberg, Russell Crowe, David Beckham, Angelina Jolie, Eva Longoria Parker, Bugsy Malone, Stormzy, Nick Cannon, Eminem, 50 Cent, Heidi Klum, Rihanna, Donald Trump, Jay-Z, Diddy and many more. They will often be seen attending big pay-per-view bouts of their favorite fighters. This book is needed because the boxing world is changing fast. Whether you are a fan of boxing, a beginner, or a veteran in the game, the opportunities that are ahead of us in the next 10 to 15 years are limitless. This book offers a fresh perspective to how you can develop as a boxer and person. There is a fighter in all of us. We were all born fighting for a place in this world when we were in our mother's womb, whether you choose to compete or not. Training like a fighter brings a sense of presence that will empower you in other areas of your life when you learn to channel your fighter. Use this book as a manual for your boxing training. Use this book as a tool that can raise your self-awareness. This book includes the history of boxing, boxing lessons around technique and training, how to improve at boxing, boxing drills, nutrition guidance, goal setting, masterclass for life, a 12-week training plan, mindset coaching. Success is defined as the accomplishment of a goal. This means we get to decide what success looks like for us. When I first put on a pair of boxing gloves and had a good workout, I felt like a success. This is because my goal was to learn about boxing. Success is all about perspective. We can set goals that are hard to reach and fail on the way, but still be a success. David Goggins once said that failure is not failure, it is just a first attempt. If you lose again, then it is a second attempt. In life, if you are willing to continue getting up, fighting for what you want, you will always be a success. Take a deep breath now and think about one moment in the last week when you felt like a success. I have been watching boxing since I was in primary school, but fell in love with the sport when Ricky Hatton was fighting Floyd Mayweather. Since 2007, I have been following boxing as my main interest. I have spent over 1,000 hours watching boxing interviews and training videos on YouTube channels via IFL, Fight Hype, Seconds Out, Behind the Gloves, ES News, and many other channels. This book can do nothing for you. Yes, that is right. Nothing. This book can only inspire, motivate, and/or empower you to take the necessary action in achieving your goals. If you would like to achieve any of the following goals. In the next 3 months, you are in the right place. Win a boxing match, improve your fitness, gain more confidence socially and in the workplace, increase your focus, boost your self-belief, have a clearer vision for your future, be part of a team of like-minded individuals, increase your work ethic, improve discipline, build your willpower, develop thicker skin in face of rejection, raise your self-respect, have more gratitude, and build a legacy you are proud of. Every winner was once a beginner. You must stick to the plan if you want to see results. Jim Rohn, who is one of Tony Robbins' first mentors, said there are 5 major keys to the life puzzle: philosophy, attitude, activity, results, and lifestyle. In this book, you will learn principles that define a championship philosophy. This will enable us to have the right attitude for the day at hand, and we can do the activity required to achieve our goals. This will be seen in our results, and these results will determine the lifestyle we will live. My promise to you is to share a training plan that a beginner can follow all the way to the commitment required by a world-class athlete. A chance to discover your core values, important roles and goals that will improve your quality of life. A morning routine that will motivate to start each day with a fighting spirit for the opportunities and challenges that the day will bring. The 12 boxing principles of success is for the ACE team. This includes athletes, creatives, and entrepreneurs. If you are a current or former athlete, this book is for you. If you are an artist, author, actor, or musician, this book is for you. If you are an entrepreneur or have a business idea you want to start one day, this book is for you. If you would use any of these words to describe yourself, then I have written this book for you. Fighter, survivor, hustler, grafter, beast, champion, king, queen, leader. This book is not for those who don't take responsibility for their current circumstances. Ownership of your situation gives you the power to change it. If you feel like you are a victim of circumstance, there is nothing I can do for you. Boxing is the greatest sport in the world because there are no shortcuts. Boxing has saved millions of people around the world. Boxing improves your fitness like no other sport. It requires a level of discipline that is rare to compare with. Boxing offers entertainment for the fans, exercise for the fighters, and education for the champions. When you are boxing training, you will learn more about yourself in the ring than you can learn by just lifting weights or running on the treadmill. Life is hard in its own beautiful way. Boxing will help you live life to the fullest. It is hard to live a disciplined life. However, it is equally as hard to live a life full or regret, filled with dreams that you never went after. Start going after your goals in boxing and transfer that energy to other areas of your life. Once you unlock your potential in the gym, the other battles in life become easier to win. Boxing can help your physical and mental health, your finances and relationships. You must never give up. Muhammad Ali once said, "Champions are made from something they have deep inside them. A desire, a dream, a vision. They have to have the skill and the will, but the will must be stronger than the skill. Before my love for boxing, the warriors in kung fu movies inspired my passion for martial arts. There was something very honorable about the warriors' code. They seemed fearless in the face of adversity, associate with other passionate people. Believe in yourself by affirmations. Growing up, my mum used to have lodgers staying in our spare room to make extra money. When I was 9, we had a lodger called Jason, and he was a professional boxer. I remember watching one of his fights on TV, and he said boxing was the toughest sport in the world. I knew at this point that I'd have to give it a try. Fast forward to 17, and a teacher at my school started running 30-minute boxing clinics during lunchtime once a week. I loved it. This was not my first time fighting, as I grew up doing judo and used to play fight with friends. I took to the sport, so I encouraged my friends to get involved. We would set up mini backyard boxing matches in the garden or park. Despite being the smallest person there, I was winning matches amongst the group. Looking back, it was very dangerous as we were not wearing headgear, and in some cases, no mouthguard either. Nevertheless, we had a fun time, and it distracted up to getting up to any other trouble. Share your difficulties with others. My first boxing match in a ring came in 2011 when I was at university. This was at a white-collar boxing event in Swansea. Former Welsh middleweight champion Chris Ware runs white-collar boxing events in South Wales, and I was excited to be involved. I ended up losing a close decision bout to a last-minute replacement who was 7 kilograms plus more than me. Although I loved the experience, my fitness let me down going into the third round. I relied too heavily on raw power and fighting ability, but did not put in the running that was required. I would attend most boxing classes, and I would only go running every other week outside of the boot camp training sessions. At this point, I knew I promised myself that I would never step back in the ring cutting corners on my road work. I started running 4+ times a week, including one sprint session. During the summer of 2013, I took on the Insanity Challenge. This included 5 to 6 days of high-intensity interval training for 90 days. Once the boxing season began, my fitness was through the roof and training began to feel easier. I was able to run further than ever before. With 3 days' notice, I was called into my first amateur boxing match. After a few words of encouragement by my head coach Avwin Perryman and some heavy sparring rounds with some of my teammates, I was ready to go. After 2 standing counts in round 1, I got a second round stoppage. As much as I loved learning about boxing, I also loved teaching others. Becoming a boxing coach allowed me to train for free, whilst helping the others in the club. I grew up around fitness coaching, as my mum used to be a personal trainer. The idea of teaching somebody a life skill that could one day save their life felt very noble. From helping a member drop a stone of weight to teaching a student how to land a counterpunch, there is something truly rewarding about the experience. Giving a man a fish is one thing, but teaching a man to fish is even greater. Boxing is great for developing your physical health, but can also help you with your mental health. Once I graduated from university, I stopped competitive boxing and only kept it up for fun. I initially worked as a personal trainer for 2 years, internally fulfilling but financially straining. Once I started working in the city, I was training 3 to 4 times a week, but I was drinking most days after work. Within 10 months of working in the office, I was earning over £5,000 to £10,000, but I had gained over 20 pounds in weight. In an attempt to lose weight, I committed to getting back into the ring. Preparing for a boxing match gave me the motivation and focus necessary to get myself back in shape. I went back to training twice a day, 5 times a week. It would be cardio and core work in the morning, then boxing training and sparring in the evening. The road to redemption was not smooth, however. The hard work paid off as I stepped back into the ring. A unanimous decision win in front of dozens of friends and family was a monumental event. 7 years after my last time in the ring. As well as wanting to get back in shape, another key motivator to get back in the ring was to inspire and motivate others. I wanted to get back in shape and get back in the ring after having let myself go. This gave me the launchpad to cross-blend my passions into a business, boxing and mindset mastery. Key Results for You is a consultancy company that helps busy professionals get fighting fit and mentally strong. Boxing has given me the chance to develop my mind, body, and spirit. Now I can help others the opportunity to do the same. Boxing has helped millions of people around the world change their lives. For the elites of the sport, not only has it given professional boxers a chance to provide for their families, it has done so much more. Muhammad Ali, the greatest boxer of all time, was given a platform to promote his beliefs around Islam, civil rights, and his thoughts on the war in Vietnam. Another great boxing personality for the ages is Iron Mike Tyson, the baddest man on the planet. He grew up in one of the roughest areas of New York and became the youngest heavyweight champion in history. Despite having a few run-ins with the law, Tyson's one of the most beloved boxers of all time. Another A-list boxer who will be remembered for decades to come is Floyd Mayweather Jr. Floyd Money Mayweather, aka TBE, the best ever, was one of the best defensive fighters of all time. He was the PPV king, having the record of 6 of the top 10 pay-per-view records in combat sport. Within 3 of his most popular fights, he made circa $750 million. Even with these financial accolades, his Hall of Fame career includes wins over 22 world champions with a 50-0 professional record. Boxing has a rich history dating back to as far as 3000 BC. There is visual evidence that suggests that Sumerians used to box. The original name was pugilism, which means the practice and skills of fighting with fists. Ancient Greece has the earliest evidence of boxing rules. Boxing was established as an Olympic game in 688 BC. The evolution of Western boxing developed in Great Britain between the 16th and 18th century. Initially, an English bare-knuckle boxer named John Jack Broughton was the first person to create a set of rules for boxing contests in 1743. His 7 rules of boxing were replaced by the London prize ring rules in 1838. These rules outlawed butting, gouging, scratching, biting, kicking, and hitting a man while down. The rules that we use today are based off the Marquess of Queensberry rules, also known as Queensberry rules. These rules were drafted in London in 1865 and published in 1867. These rules were written by John Graham Chambers and were the first set of rules to use gloves in boxing. The 12 rules are as follows. 1. To be a fair stand-up boxing match in a 24-foot ring or as near that size as practicable. 2. No wrestling allowed. 3. The rounds are of 3 minutes duration and 1 minute's time between rounds. 4. If either man falls through weakness or otherwise, he must get up unassisted. The boxer has 10 seconds to allow him to do so. The other man meanwhile returns to his corner, and when the fallen man is on his legs, the round is to be resumed and continued until the 3 minutes have expired. If one man fails to come to the scratch in the 10 count allowed, it shall be in the power of the referee to give his award in favour of the other man. 5. A man hanging on the ropes in a helpless state with his toes off the ground shall be considered down. 6. No seconds or any person to be allowed in the ring during the rounds. 7. Should the contest be stopped by any unavoidable interference, the referee to name the time and place as soon as possible for finishing the contest, so that the match must be won and lost unless the backers of both men agree to draw the stakes. 8. The gloves to be fair-sized boxing gloves of the best quality and new. 9. Should a glove burst or come off, it must be replaced to the referee's satisfaction. 10. A man on one knee is considered down and if struck is entitled to the stakes. 11. That no shoes or boots with spikes or sprigs wire nails be allowed. 12. The contest in all other respects to be governed by revised London prize ring rules. When it comes to boxing, there are dozens of fights that could have made this list, but I wanted to highlight 5 historical fights, 5 boxing matches for the ages. 1. Muhammad Ali versus George Foreman. 2. Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier. 3. Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. 4. Marvin Hagler versus Thomas Hitman Hearns. 5. Sugar Ray Robinson versus Jake LaMotta. 6. This is a list of 21 boxers that are worth studying. If you appreciate the sweet science. 1. Jack Johnson. 2. Jack Dempsey. 3. Sugar Ray Robinson. 4. Jake LaMotta. 5. Marvin Hagler. 6. Thomas Hearns. 7. Muhammad Ali. 8. Joe Frazier. 9. George Foreman. 10. Sugar Ray Leonard. 11. Floyd Mayweather Jr. 12. Roberto Duran. 13. Julio Cesar Chavez. 14. Manny Pacquiao. 15. Mike Tyson. 16. Lennox Lewis. 17. Bernard Hopkins. 18. Evander Holyfield. 19th. Claressa Shields. 20. Katie Taylor. 21st. Roy Jones. Junior. One of the most inspirational figures in boxing is actually a fictitious character by the name of Rocky. This movie was written by an aspiring actor, Sylvester Stallone, who was inspired by a fight between Muhammad Ali and Chuck Wepner. This movie ended up being a blockbuster hit, with over 6 Rocky movies being made with 2 spin-offs being created after. When you begin boxing, the first thing that needs to be established is your stance. If you are right-handed, you keep your left hand and left foot forward. This is called an orthodox stance. If you're left-handed, you keep your right hand and right foot forward. This is called a southpaw stance. If you would like to learn more about the technical aspects of boxing, send your questions to me at Kieran@KieranEkeledo.com. There are different ways to get involved in boxing. You can join a boxing fitness class, join a boxing club, or learn online. This can be taught in a group setting or one-to-one coaching. Even though the rules stay the same, there are 4 main styles of boxing. You have the swarmer, outboxer, slugger, and boxer puncher. Swarmer, also known as an infighter, is a fighter who attempts to overwhelm his opponent by applying constant pressure. Swarmers tend to have good head movement and stamina to get them on the inside to land effective punches. Famous swarmers include Mike Tyson, Joe Frazier, and Rocky Marciano. Outboxer, also known as an outfighter, seeks to maintain a gap from their opponent and fight with faster, longer range punches. Outboxers tend to have superior footwork, enabling them to get in and out of range to land effective combinations. Famous outboxers include Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather Jr., and Sugar Ray Leonard. Slugger, also known as a brawler, is a fighter who likes to make the fights rough and rugged. Sluggers have great knockout power and can punch from any angle. Famous sluggers include George Foreman, Roberto Duran, and Deontay Wilder. Boxer puncher. The boxer puncher possesses many of the qualities of the outboxer, like good footwork and effective jabs, whilst displaying a slugger's punching power. They are the least predictable of the 4 different types of boxers. Famous boxer punchers include Marvin Hagler, Roy Jones Jr., and Manny Pacquiao. These styles of boxing can come from people from different walks of life. Boxing is loved worldwide, with world champions coming from all around the world. There are many countries with a rich history in boxing, but there are 5 countries that stand out. 1. The USA. 2. Mexico. 3. The Philippines. 4. The UK. 5. Cuba. Some other countries with rich boxing history include Japan, France, Australia, Ukraine, Ghana, and Russia. Prize fighting is the official name for professional boxing, as they compete for a prize, often money. The biggest prizes in boxing come when boxers are fighting as the main event for a pay-per-view show. As of recent, there have been new opportunities for fighters to get paid. Outside of sponsorship deals, boxers are now able to raise their profiles on social media and become influencer boxers. This is when YouTubers like KSI and Jake Paul, who have millions of followers, delve into boxing. Despite not having the technical ability of many prize fighters, YouTubers like Jake Paul are able to command 8-figure paydays. Despite there being many benefits to boxing, there are also dangers related to the sport too. Between 1890 and 2019, there have been 1,876 boxers who have died as a direct result of their injuries in the ring. This works out to an average of 15 deaths per year. There are many other long-term head-related injuries that fighters may incur. Now, death and brain injuries sound like major deterrents to the sport. I believe the pros outweigh the cons tremendously. Firstly, if you are a driver, you are more likely to die or suffer a severe injury behind the wheel than you will do in the ring. Secondly, most of the severe injuries or deaths take place in professional boxing. This is because they wear lighter gloves and less protective gear. The majority of people who practice boxing do it for fitness and/or discipline. With the correct training and preparation, there is little chance of serious injury at the white-collar and amateur boxing level. When it comes to your cardio, there are two great places to start, skipping and running. Skipping is great for building strength in your calves. This improved balance, foot speed and coordination that will help you navigate around the ring. Boxing requires you to master many different skills that will add to your overall performance. There are different skipping exercises that you can practice to include in your workouts. 1. Jumping over the rope 1 foot at a time. 2. Jump with feet together. 3. Jump shifting your weight from your right foot to your left foot. 4. Jump rope with cross arms. Running will strengthen your legs and improve your stamina in the ring. It is as much mental as it is physical when you have to keep running, despite your lungs burning and your legs on fire. Start off with 10-minute runs, then build up to doing 5 to 10 kilometer runs daily. Gerald Tucker, former trainer to Floyd Mayweather Jr., Claressa Shields, Tyron Woodley and Adrian Broner said that he goes running with his fighters. The 4 punches you need to know in boxing are the jab, cross, hook and uppercut. These punches can be done in various ways, but there are some key points to consider. First, you want to make sure that you are balanced with your stronger hand behind you. Richard Foster, one of the best boxing coaches at Bromley and Downham Amateur Boxing Club, would tell me to imagine there was a straight line on the floor. Keep one foot on either side of the line. Left foot up front at 1 o'clock, right foot back at 2 o'clock for a right-handed fighter. Right foot up front at 11 o'clock, left foot back at 10 o'clock for a left-handed fighter. You can defend yourself with 3 different tools. First, you've got your footwork. You can step out of the way or pivot to avoid punches. Second, you have head movement, including slips and rolls. Slip the jabs, crosses and uppercuts. Roll under the hooks. If you want a video breakdown that you can follow along from home, check out my Instagram at @theboxinglifecoach. Thirdly, you have your guard that you can block punches with. Bag work will help you work on several areas to your boxing. Your technique, hand speed, hand-eye coordination, power, stamina, and boxing IQ. The most popular bag is the heavy bag, between 4 feet to 10 feet in length and vary in size. You can improve all 6 areas using this bag, but there are other bags that work on specific areas. Here are a few: double end bag, aqua bag, uppercut bag, speed bag, swivel bag, cobra bag. Hybrid bags like the spar bar are great new additions to the boxing accessory world. Strength and conditioning is great for athlete development and injury prevention. Sprints and hill sprints. Compound moves like squats, lunges, push-ups, pull-ups, dips, rows, and boxing-specific moves. When doing strength and conditioning exercises, these can be done at a low weight with high volume and minimal rest. Alternatively, you can do higher weights with low volume and longer rest periods. Partner drills elevate your boxing ability. Pad work and sparring bring everything you've learnt so far together. Pad work gives you an opportunity to work on your boxing combinations whilst practicing different combinations. Think footwork and timing, power and precision. The next stage would be to start sparring. This is when you are boxing against a live opponent. You can do technical sparring, working on specific drills, and punches or general sparring, where you can work on different facets of your boxing. Mobility work plays an important part of remaining injury-free. It is great to stretch before your runs and after your workouts. Boxing drills are a great way to improve your skills. There is a saying in the fight game: drillers make killers. This is because the continuous practice of drills builds muscle memory in certain scenarios. Go to 12boxingprinciples.com to learn different boxing drills you can practice from home. Outside of your technical ability, There are 3 elements to your physical fitness that will improve your boxing: speed, strength, and stamina. In order to improve your speed, here are 5 keys as to what you can do. 1. Shadow box with dumbbells. 2. Shadow box with resistance bands. 3rd, sprints. 4. Using the speed bag. 5th, speed drills on the heavy bag. If you are looking to improve your strength, there are 2 key trainings as to what you can do. 1. When doing strength and conditioning, train with heavy weights and low rep numbers. Exercises that should be included are your deadlifts, squats, bench press, rows and pull-ups. 2nd, sprints. If you want to improve your stamina, try these 5 techniques. 1. Try fartlek training. This is when you sprint from one tree to the next, then go back to a light jog to the next. Continue varying your pace of running. 2. Interval training is a training method where you work and then recover for continuous intervals. You can do this for different workout circuits. 3. Increase your running. Going from 3-mile runs and working your way up to 6-mile runs will improve your stamina. 4. Continue working on the heavy bag. Increase the number of rounds you are doing on the bag and the length of rounds you are doing. Start on 4 by 2-minute rounds with a 1-minute recovery, then work up to 10 by 3-minute rounds with a 1-minute recovery. 5. Work more on your shoulder endurance. You can do this with weighted dumbbells. Effective head movement is a great component to a masterful defense. Find a mirror to practice your slips and rolls on. This will help your head movement when punches are coming at you. Boxing IQ is the ability to read a situation in the ring and to act accordingly so the bout stays at rhythm. When it comes to training, I like to put boxers into 4 categories: rookies, amateurs, professionals, and elites. Rookies train boxing sporadically, 1 to 2 times of training per week. They enjoy the sport of boxing, but are not able or willing to give the sport the level of commitment required for competition. Amateur boxers do boxing training a minimum of 3 times per week. They will also include some running at least 3 times per week. Boxing training will be 90 minutes to 2 hours in length. Runs will be 5 to 10 kilometers in length depending on your fitness. Professional boxers will be training twice a day, 5 to 6 days per week. This will include road work and sprints, usually in the morning, and boxing training, sparring in the afternoon or evening. A professional boxer gets more one-to-one coaching with their boxing coach. An elite boxer is the cream of the crop. They will often train 2 to 3 times per day, 5 to 6 days per week. An elite boxer will have a team of individuals ensuring that the athlete is at their peak. This team of professionals include boxing coaches, strength and conditioning coaches, physiotherapists, sports massage therapists, nutritionists and sports psychologists, etc. Former assistant boxing coach for England, Darren Richardson, once took me on a workshop. He mentioned that elite boxers used to practice 6 to 10 combinations throughout the year and would then bring these to competition. They can then add to this list over time. There are 8 combinations that I get my fighters to practice in their first year of training with me. Combination 1, jab, jab, cross. Combination 2, cross. Lead hook, cross. Combination 3, rear uppercut, lead hook, cross. Combination 4, lead hook, body, lead hook, head, cross. Combination 5, jab, lead hook, cross. Combination 6, read uppercut, cross, lead hook, cross. Combination 7, jab, cross, jab. Combination 8, jab, cross, lead hook, head, lead hook, touch, body. Most fights will be won with a combination of these moves. There are an infinite number of ways these combinations can be drilled. To get comfortable with these combinations, whether you are a beginner or advanced boxer, these 12 drills will improve your technique, boxing creativity, and boxing IQ. Drill 1. The 10x combo. Do each combination 10 times. Time how long this takes you. Aim to cut this time by 10 to 20%. For example, it takes you 3 minutes to complete the 8 combinations 10 times each. Aim to bring this down to 2 minutes 30 seconds. This works out to 260 punches thrown. Complete 5 to 10 rounds of this drill. Drill 2. Connect the combos. Do combination 1 followed by combination 2, e.g. jab, jab, cross, followed by cross, hook, cross. Add a slip, parry, feint, catch or roll in between each combination. This gets you used to switching from an offense to defense effortlessly. Play around with the combinations that you connect together. 4 things I like are combo 1, slip, combo 2. Combo 2, roll, combo 2. Combo 3, slip, combo 2. Combo 5, slip, combo 1. Practice these for the duration of the round with the addition of a few sporadic jabs to the head and body. Complete 3 to 5 rounds of this drill. The world's best boxers have often come from humble beginnings. This is because boxing is indifferent to your race, religion, or background. If you have the skills, the will, and the work ethic, the possibilities are endless. The equipment you need to get started with training is as follows: 16-ounce boxing gloves, skipping rope, hand wraps, 300 to 450 centimeters in length, boxing shoes, and a punch bag to hit. If you would like to compete, there are a few extra pieces of equipment I'd recommend: mouth guard, head guard, groin guard, and a boxing ring. Outside of these essentials, here are a few extra pieces of equipment that you could add to your list: 12-ounce boxing gloves, reflex ball, cobra bag, or double end bag. The harder you train, the more important your recovery is. Boxing requires so much from us physically, it is important to prioritize your recovery. There are 3 keys to recovery: rest, rehab, and refueling. Rest. When you're not training, it is important that you rest in between sessions to optimize your performance. This includes sleep, ice baths, and sauna. Rehab. We all get aches and pains when we train regularly. To reduce the risk of long-term injury, we have a few tools. This includes sports massage therapy, physiotherapy, stretching, and percussion therapy. Refueling. Think of your body as a fine-tuned motor. Even with the best engine, you need to put the right fuel into the vehicle. When it comes to refueling, there are a few things to prioritize. Keep your protein intake high and lots of vegetables. No matter how talented we are as an individual, we can all be better with coaching and guidance. Even though it's the boxer who's in the ring, the coach helps bring out the best in their fighter. Muhammad Ali had Angelo Dundee in his corner. Mike Tyson had Cut D'Amato, and Floyd Mayweather Jr. had his dad and uncle Floyd Mayweather, Esteron Roger Mayweather. A good coach will help you see the blind spots in your game and keep you accountable to being the best version of yourself. Boxing is mental as much as it is physical. Boxers have started to include mental training into their routines. The mental preparation it takes to maintain focus, concentration, and self-confidence comes through continuous practice. Forms of mental training include, but are not limited to, playing chess, holding your breath underwater, and reaction speed drills. Your performance can be measured subjectively and objectively. When measured objectively, we can count the number of sessions done, how many punches thrown per round, and average speed of punches thrown. A subjective measure of your boxing ability includes the effectiveness of your punches, your timing of punches, and your ability to avoid punches. If you are willing to go the extra mile, you must be prepared to outwork the competition. Run further and faster than the competition. Train for longer and harder than your peers. Study boxing to a deeper level than anybody else in order to rise to the top. There are 5 training drills that will help you build on your boxing fundamentals. 1. The 1 to 2 to 10 to 2 to 1. Start with 1 jab, then go to 2 jabs. Ascend all the way to 10 jabs, then bring it back down to 1 jab. Do this for the jab, the cross, the hooks, and the uppercut. This works out to 100 punches of each punch. 2. Non-stop punching. Spend a 3-minute round throwing continuous straight punches. Make sure you throw the punches full range. 3rd jab, slip, cross. Work on your counter punching. Throw a jab to lure an attack by your opponent. Once your opponent responds, slip, then throw a cross. 4th, practice all 8 combinations on the bag, one after the other. 5. The counter king. Work out a counter for the jab, cross, hooks, and uppercuts to the head and body. Tools to use to work on your agility: skipping rope, speed and agility ladder, field cones and mini hurdles. If you want to improve your mobility, you can try the following: stretch, swim, yoga and Pilates. Sprinting drills can vary in distance and in altitude. Distances vary from 50-meter sprints up to 800-meter sprints. You can also add hill sprints to your training. Allow for an active recovery when you lightly jog back up to a 2 to 3 minute rest. As well as having a good coach, it is important to have a great team around you. This includes personal trainers, strength and conditioning coaches, physiotherapists, nutritionists, massage therapists, and psychologists. Nutrition is the fuel you need for your body. There is a great breakdown by Eric Helms called the Pyramid of Nutrition. There are 5 levels to the nutrition pyramid. Level 1 is your calorie intake. This determines how much you're eating. If you want to drop weight, your calorie intake needs to be lower than your calorie expenditure. Level 2 is your macronutrients. This looks at what you are eating. Protein, carbohydrates, and fats make. This helps you optimize your body composition. Level 3 of the pyramid is micronutrients. This is where we look more into vitamins and minerals to support basic health. Level 4 of the pyramid is looking at nutrient timing. Improving on nutrient timing will allow you to optimize your body's nutrient consumption. The final and 5th level of the pyramid is for supplements. Here is a chance to add in the nutrients that can't be obtained through your diet. Self-mastery is defined as the ability to control one's own desires or impulses. When we take ownership of our mind and are no longer a servant to our circumstances, we are able to find true freedom. Our senses create our reality. What we see, what we taste, what we hear, what we smell, and what we hear. There are many roads to self-mastery. I have identified 4 keys that will unlock your potential. The 4 habits that we will review are affirmations, goal setting, visualization, and physiology. The great philosopher Aristotle once said, "Excellence is an art won by training and habituation." We do not act rightly because we have virtue or excellence, but we rather have those because we have acted rightly. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. To put it another way, we must be aware of our thoughts as they lead to our attitude. We must be aware of our attitude as they lead to the word we use. We must be aware of the words we use as they lead to actions. We must be aware of our actions as they influence our habits. We must be aware of our habits as they form our character. Be aware of your character as this determines your destiny. Key number 1, affirmations. Affirmations is the action or process of affirming something. We do this with our words. Words are magical. They have the ability to uplift spirits or crush dreams. The words we say out loud have the ability to change our perspective. There are 5 types of affirmations I encourage you to begin using in your daily life. I am affirmations are used to affirm the characteristics which you desire to have. Example: I am strong. I am kind. I am blessed. I am healthy. I am the greatest. I have affirmations are used to affirm things you want to possess. E.g., I have a strong work ethic. I have the best team in boxing. I have £100,000 saved. I have over 5 properties. I can't affirmations are used to affirm the completion of a task or activity. It states the possibility of making something happen. E.g., I can train 5 times a week. I can win this boxing match. I can beat this opponent. I can get better. I will affirmations are used to affirm something that you plan to do in the future. You are making a commitment to your future, e.g., I will win my next boxing match. I will lose 10 pounds in 6 weeks. I will go running 5 times this week. I must affirmations are used to affirm an action or characteristic which is of vital importance to you. When something becomes a must, it becomes an obligation. Example: I must train 5 times this week. I must stay within a calorie deficit to reach my weight loss goal. When saying these affirmations, it is important that we express these words with confidence and conviction. The words we use only count for 7% of communication. The remaining 93% comes from your body language and tonality. Ensure you project your affirmations clearly and confidently. If you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're right. Henry Ford. It's the repetition of affirmations that leads to belief. And once that belief becomes a deep conviction, things begin to happen. Muhammad Ali. Key number 2, goal setting. If you want to get what you want, you need to know what you want. Goal setting involves the development of an action plan designed in order to motivate and guide a person or group towards a goal. Goals are important because they give you a direction of where you want to go. Set goals for inside and out of the ring. These include boxing, health and fitness, career, relationship, finance, spiritual. There is a method that you can use to set goals. This is called the SMART goal method. Make your goals specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Specific. Define your goal in detail. This can be as specific as possible. Measurable. Decide how you will measure success. Attainable. Set a goal that will challenge you, but it is achievable. Relevant. Ensure that your goal is results-oriented. Time-bound. Set a deadline as to when you want your goals to be achieved and set checkpoints along the way. The goal may be short-term, 1 to 6 months, medium-term, 6 months to 1 year, or long-term, 1 year to 10 years. Example of SMART goals: win a boxing match in 2023, complete a half marathon in the next 12 months, lose 10 kilograms in the next 3 months, earn over £10 million in the next 5 years. There are 2 types of SMART goals that you can set: outcome goals or process goals. An outcome goal is when there is a specific outcome you wish to achieve. This could be winning your next boxing match or completing a race. A process goal is a goal connected with the activity or process that you wish to achieve. This could be going to the boxing gym 5 times a week or measuring what you eat via MyFitnessPal. A process goal are useful to helping you achieve a specific outcome. Setting goals is the first step into turning the visible into the invisible. Tony Robbins. What keeps me going is goals. Muhammad Ali. Key number 3, visualization. Visualization brings life to your dreams and goals. It is the practice of using your mental focus to bring your vision to life. When you visualize your goals in your mind, you can take action during the day to get you one step closer. Our minds are a canvas for possibility. Be an architect for your future. The biggest nation that exists is the imagination. There are 2 methods of visualization that I would recommend: mental manifestation and vision boards. Mental manifestation is the mental act of creating an image in your mind of your goal being achieved. Make this mental image as vivid as possible. If you have a goal of winning a boxing match, visualize yourself stepping into the boxing ring, slipping your opponent's punches whilst counter-punching effectively. See your hand being lifted at the end of the boxing match by the ref after your name is announced. Imagine the applause your friends and family give you when your name is called. Repeat this mental imagery several times a day. You can do this whilst getting ready for training, when going out for runs, or just before you go to bed at night. A vision board is a collage of images and words representing a person's wishes or goals. It is a physical representation of the goals you want to achieve. This will usually come in the form of an A4 to A1 board or sheet of paper with a selection of different goals. On the vision board, you may include things like words of affirmation, an image of the physique you want to have, or an image of your dream home. Spend time each day looking at your vision board. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Albert Einstein. Dream it, believe it, become it. Tunde Ajayi. Key number 4, physiology. Physiology is the science of life. It is the study of how the body works. As we gain control of our body's chemistry, we are able to influence how we feel. There are 4 chemicals our body produces to make us feel good: dopamine, oxytocin, endorphins, and serotonin. When we learn how to stimulate our body's chemistry, we become a master of self. Here is a breakdown of the different chemicals. Dopamine is what helps you get through your to-do list or motivates you to start a new habit. We get this feeling when we work out or can be fulfilled from likes on social media. Oxytocin is the love drug. It gives us a lasting feeling of calm and safety. When you hug somebody you care about, oxytocin is released by both parties. Serotonin is a social chemical that is released when we feel a sense of achievement or recognition from others. When you complete a race or win a boxing match, this chemical can be released. Endorphins are chemicals that are released when you push your body beyond its comfort level. When you train hard in boxing or go for a long run, your body will begin to produce endorphins. There are 4 main ways of controlling your physiology: breathing, body language, exercise, and external stimuli. Breathing is the most simple way to influence your state. Effective breathing gets more oxygen to your brain and muscles, which in turn enables you to think more effectively. Many practices like yoga, Pilates, and meditation focus on breath control to optimize performance. This also applies to self-mastery. Whenever you get tired, your breathing is one of the first things to lose form. When you focus on breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth in a controlled method, you will have a sense of calmness. Breathe deep into your diaphragm to maximize lung capacity. Body language is a great way to control your mood. If you want to impact how you are feeling, change your body language in a way which empowers you. For example, if you are shy, stand up tall whilst putting your hand on your hips to boost your confidence. If you are feeling stressed, lie back in a chair with your hands behind your head and take a few deep breaths. There are many different body language hacks that will boost your brain chemistry and sense of self-worth. Exercise is the fastest way to change your state. Motion creates emotion. Investing time every day into your physical well-being is a long-term investment that will pay off in the long run. Whether you are going for a light run in the morning or doing a 3-hour boxing session in the afternoon, doing something is better than doing nothing. Exercise promotes better physical and mental health. Invest time each week to keep fit. This also includes stretching. External stimuli is when we use external factors to impact our nervous system. The most common forms of external stimulation are saunas and ice baths. Benefits of a sauna include flushes toxins, cleanses skin, improves cardiovascular performance, relaxes muscles and soothes aches and pains in muscles and joints, reduces inflammation. Benefits of ice baths include stimulates muscular, cardiovascular, and nervous system recovery, reduces fatigue, treat muscle, joint soreness, strain, and inflammation, induces cold shock proteins, heightens immune system function. Self-mastery is defined as the ability to control one's own desires or impulses. When we take ownership of our mind and are no longer a servant to our circumstances, we are able to find true freedom. Our senses create our reality. What we see, what we taste, what we hear, what we smell, and what we hear. There are many roads to self-mastery. I have identified 4 keys that will unlock your potential. The 4 habits that we will review are affirmations, goal setting, visualization, and physiology. The great philosopher Aristotle once said, "Excellence is an art won by training and habituation." We do not act rightly because we have virtue or excellence, but we rather have those because we have acted rightly. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. To put it another way, we must be aware of our thoughts as they lead to our attitude. We must be aware of our attitude as they lead to the word we use. We must be aware of the words we use as they lead to actions. We must be aware of our actions as they influence our habits. We must be aware of our habits as they form our character. Be aware of your character as this determines your destiny. Key number 1, affirmations. Affirmations is the action or process of affirming something. We do this with our words. Words are magical. They have the ability to uplift spirits or crush dreams. The words we say out loud have the ability to change our perspective. There are 5 types of affirmations I encourage you to begin using in your daily life. I am. I am affirmations are used to affirm the characteristics which you desire to have. Example, I am strong, I am kind, I am blessed, I am healthy, I am the greatest. I have I have affirmations are used to affirm things you want to possess. E.g., I have a strong work ethic, I have the best team in boxing, I have £100,000 saved, I have over 5 properties. I can. I can affirmations are used to affirm the completion of a task or activity. It states the possibility of making something happen, e.g., I can train 5 times a week, I can win this boxing match, I can beat this opponent, I can get better. I will, I will affirmations are used to affirm something that you plan to do in the future. You are making a commitment to your future, e.g., I will win my next boxing match. I will lose £10 in 6 weeks. I will go running 5 times this week. I must affirmations are used to affirm an action or characteristic which is of vital importance to you. When something becomes a must, it becomes an obligation. For example, I must train 5 times this week. I must stay within a calorie deficit to reach my weight loss goal. When saying these affirmations, it is important that we express these words with confidence and conviction. The words we use only count for 7% of communication. The remaining 93% comes from your body language and tonality. Ensure you project your affirmations clearly and confidently. If you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're right. Henry Ford. It's the repetition of affirmations that leads to belief, and once that belief becomes a deep conviction, things begin to happen. Muhammad Ali. Key number 2, goal setting. If you want to get what you want, you need to know what you want. Goal setting involves the development of an action plan designed in order to motivate and guide a person or group toward a goal. Goals are important because they give you a direction of where you want to go. Set goals for inside and out of the ring. These include boxing, health and fitness, career, relationship, finance, spiritual. There is a method that you can use to set goals. This is called the SMART goal method. Make your goals specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Specific. Define your goal in detail. This can be as specific as possible. Measurable. Decide how you will measure success. Attainable. Set a goal that will challenge you, but it is achievable. Relevant. Ensure that your goal is results-oriented. Time-bound. Set a deadline as to when you want your goals to be achieved and set checkpoints along the way. The goal may be short-term, 1 to 6 months, medium-term, 6 months to 1 year, or long-term, 1 year to 10 years. Example of SMART goals. Win a boxing match in 2023. Complete a half marathon in the next 12 months. Lose 10 kilograms in the next 3 months. Earn over £10 million in the next 5 years. There are 2 types of SMART goals that you can set, outcome goals or process goals. An outcome goal is when there is a specific outcome you wish to achieve. This could be winning your next boxing match or completing a race. A process goal is a goal connected with the activity or process that you wish to achieve. This could be going to the boxing gym 5 times a week or measuring what you eat via MyFitnessPal. A process goal are useful to helping you achieve a specific outcome. Setting goals is the first step into turning the visible into the invisible. Tony Robbins. What keeps me going is goals. Muhammad Ali. Key number 3, visualization. Visualization brings life to your dreams and goals. It is the practice of using your mental focus to bring your vision to life. When you visualize your goals in your mind, you can take action during the day to get you one step closer. Our minds are a canvas for possibility. Be an architect for your future. The biggest nation that exists is the imagination. There are 2 methods of visualization that I would recommend: mental manifestation and vision boards. Mental manifestation is the mental act of creating an image in your mind of your goal being achieved. Make this mental image as vivid as possible. If you have a goal of winning a boxing match, visualize yourself stepping into the boxing ring, slipping your opponent's punches whilst counterpunching effectively. See your hand being lifted at the end of the boxing match by the ref after your name is announced. Imagine the applause your friends and family give you when your name is called. Repeat this mental imagery several times a day. You can do this whilst getting ready for training, when going out for runs, or just before you go to bed at night. A vision board is a collage of images and words representing a person's wishes or goals. It is a physical representation of the goals you want to achieve. This will usually come in the form of an A4 to A1 board or sheet of paper with a selection of different goals. On the vision board, you may include things like words of affirmation, an image of the physique you want to have, or an image of your dream home. Spend time each day looking at your vision board. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Albert Einstein. Dream it, believe it, become it. Tunde Ajayi. Key number 4, physiology. Physiology is the science of life. It is the study of how the body works. As we gain control of our body's chemistry, we are able to influence how we feel. There are 4 chemicals our body produces to make us feel good: dopamine, oxytocin, endorphins, and serotonin. When we learn how to stimulate our body's chemistry, we become a master of self. Here is a breakdown of the different chemicals. Dopamine is what helps you get through your to-do list or motivates you to start a new habit. We get this feeling when we work out or can be fulfilled from likes on social media. Oxytocin is the love drug. It gives us a lasting feeling of calm and safety. When you hug somebody you care about, oxytocin is released by both parties. Serotonin is a social chemical that is released when we feel a sense of achievement or recognition from others. When you complete a race or win a boxing match, this chemical can be released. Endorphins are chemicals that are released when you push your body beyond its comfort level. When you train hard in boxing or go for a long run, your body will begin to produce endorphins. There are 4 main ways of controlling your physiology: breathing, body language, exercise, and external stimuli. Breathing is the most simple way to influence your state. Effective breathing gets more oxygen to your brain and muscles, which in turn enables you to think more effectively. Many practices like yoga, Pilates, and meditation focus on breath control to optimize performance. This also applies to self-mastery. Whenever you get tired, your breathing is one of the first things to lose form. When you focus on breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth in a controlled method, you will have a sense of calmness. Breathe deep into your diaphragm to maximize lung capacity. Body language is a great way to control your mood. If you want to impact how you are feeling, change your body language in a way which empowers you. For example, if you are shy, stand up tall, whilst putting your hand on your hips to boost your confidence. If you are feeling stressed, lie back in a chair with your hands behind your head and take a few deep breaths. There are many different body language hacks that will boost your brain chemistry and sense of self-worth. Exercise is the fastest way to change your state. Motion creates emotion. Investing time every day into your physical well-being is a long-term investment that will pay off in the long run. Whether you are going for a light run in the morning or doing a 3-hour boxing session in the afternoon, doing something is better than doing nothing. Exercise promotes better physical and mental health. Invest time each week to keep fit. This also includes stretching. External stimuli is when we use external factors to impact our nervous system. The most common forms of external stimulation are saunas and ice baths. Benefits of a sauna include flushes toxins, cleanses skin, improves cardiovascular performance, relaxes muscles and soothes aches and pains in muscles and joints, reduces inflammation. Benefits of ice baths include stimulates muscular, cardiovascular, and nervous system recovery, reduces fatigue, treat muscle joint soreness, strain, and inflammation, induces cold shock proteins, heightens immune system function. Brushing your teeth, having a shower, getting dressed in fresh clothes are all parts of our daily routine. Your routine are the activities that you do habitually. A daily morning routine is not about adding things to your to-do list for the sake of it. A good morning routine will inspire, motivate, and empower you to achieve your goals each day. It boosts productivity levels whilst reducing anxiety. A good morning routine will take you as little as 10 minutes or as long as 3 hours depending on your time availability. Best-selling author Hal Elrod wrote a book on morning routines called The Miracle Morning. He discusses the importance an effective morning routine can have on the rest of your day. It has saved lives in many ways. Some of the activities he recommends to include in your routine are scribing, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading and silence, meditation. Your evening routine is equally as important to your success. What you do before you go asleep will impact how you feel the following day. Imagine if you were to have 3 double vodkas and Coke whilst watching horror movies before you go to bed. Will your mindset be as positive in the morning as somebody who ends each night drinking 2 glasses of water and listens to a podcast of successful entrepreneurs? Both individuals have an evening routine. One person has chosen an evening routine that will create anxiety. A boxing champion's success can be seen through their daily routine. Most boxing champions train 2 to 3 times a day. They will refuel a lot of water and healthy meals. A champion will keep their circle small with friends and family whilst removing any distractions. A boxing champion will usually go to sleep early as they have to get enough rest before training starts the next morning. High performers in other industries will have a similar routine that requires discipline. Their days start early in order to get their most important activities done first. The order in which they complete these activities may vary, but they have a similar theme: exercise, journaling, prayer, meditation, working on their craft, delegation of menial tasks to others. Prayer is a great way to start your day. As a man of God, praying in the morning gives me an opportunity to give thanks for waking up another day and ask for God to help me get my heart's desires. Many champions of the past are spiritual men. Muhammad Ali and Manny Pacquiao are known for giving thanks to their creator after every fight. Prayer is a great addition to your daily routine. Meditation is a technique that encourages stillness. With constant stimulation in the form of videos on social media, advertising or messenger apps, there are thousands of things trying to capture our attention every day. Meditation gives you a chance to center your thoughts and calm your mind. A calm mind has the ability to make effective decisions. Exercise improves your health and fitness. This includes your brain health, managing your weight, and strengthening your bones and muscles. Stretching will improve your performance in physical activities. It will decrease your risk of injuries whilst increasing your range of motion. Motivational content uplifts the spirit and stimulates the brain. A good 10-minute speech has the ability to put you in a better headspace or give you a wave of creativity. I have mixed feelings around the importance of breakfast in your daily routine. As a whole, taking charge of your nutrition is key. However, some people have recently spoken highly about the benefits of intermittent fasting. This is when you are to eat for 8 hours a day, then fast for the remaining 16 hours. Even if you were to adopt this routine, having a pint or 2 of water to begin your day will be very useful. Reviewing your results daily or weekly will enable you to make the adjustments necessary to achieve your goals. Actions create results. Once we review these results, we can assess what we can do to improve. Failing to plan is like planning to fail. It is important to put a plan in place if you would like to increase your likelihood of success. Allocating time for learning will be one of the best additions you can make to your routine. A student of life has the ability to master oneself and the environment around them. Learning can be in a formal or informal setting. The main point is that you are exposing your mind and body to new ideas and philosophies that challenge you to grow. The life of a fighter is filled with training and overcoming adversity. A fighter stands up for themselves, the people they care about, and the causes that are important to them. A fighter is diligent in their training in preparation for conflict. A fighter believes in themselves. They have a vision of what they want to achieve. A fighter joins forces with other fighters and coaches who bring out the best in them. A fighter puts in the hard work and dedication needed to prepare for battle. They are disciplined in their approach to life. A fighter has the will to win when the battle begins. A fighter must be resilient in the face of adversity. This may come in the form of pain and loss. A fighter must remain confident no matter how big the obstacle is. A fighter must show respect for everybody. They will never overlook an opponent. A fighter must remain humble in their quest for knowledge. Humility enables an attitude of gratitude with a continuous mind for learning. A fighter's legacy will be defined by his battles in the ring and his way of life. There are different levels to the fighter's life. Some fighters are rookies in their approach to training, whereas others are training to an elite level. Rookie training is the first level of boxing training. A rookie boxer trains boxing once or twice a week. Sessions last between 1 hour to 1 hour and a half. They may do other forms of training like weight training, circuits, or other sports. Boxing is a hobby. This level of training is not sufficient if you want to compete, but is enough if you would like to improve your fitness and begin learning how to box. Usually a rookie will try to learn from home on YouTube or may have a coach who guides them. Amateur boxing training is the second level to the fighter's quadrant. An amateur boxer does boxing training at least 3 times a week and runs at least 3 times per week. An amateur boxing will run 5 to 10 kilometers 3 times per week. Boxing sessions last between 1 hour and a half to 2 hours. They will usually do their boxing coaching in a group or train on a one-to-one with their boxing coach. They will usually spar with other fighters in the club or practice sparring drills with the coach. Professional boxing training is the third level to the fighter's quadrant. A professional boxer does boxing training 5 to 6 days per week, runs 5 to 6 times per week, and includes at least 1 strength and conditioning session per week. Boxing training lasts between 2 to 3 hours per session. A professional boxer will have a boxing coach who they work with on a one-to-one basis, along with sparring partners that they train with. Elite boxing training is the fourth and final tier to the boxing quadrant. An elite boxer has a team of professionals supporting them in being the best version of themselves. An elite boxer does boxing training 5 to 6 days per week and runs at least 5 to 6 times per week. An elite boxer will have at least 3 strength and conditioning sessions, including sprints. The other professionals in the team include physiotherapists, sports massage therapists, nutritionists, chefs, and sparring partners. The sparring partners are in line with the style of boxer the elite fighter is preparing for. During the camp, leading up to a bout, they will run together and train together to get the best out of the elite fighter. There is a saying in boxing which says speed kills. When increasing your speed, there are 4 areas of speed that you can improve: hand speed, footwork, head movement, and faster reflexes. There are 2 to 3 drills you can do to improve each of these areas. Hand speed. Shadow box with weighted dumbbells. Use up to 5-pound dumbbells in each hand. Wear heavy gloves when hitting the heavy bag. This will include gloves between 16 ounces to 20 ounces gloves. When you compete, you will be wearing 16-ounce gloves if it is a white-collar boxing match, 10 to 12-ounce gloves if it is amateur boxing, or 8 to 10-ounce gloves for professional boxing. Speedball, footwork, ankle weights, sprints and ladder drills. Head movement, slipping on the slip bag, rolling under the slip rope in the ring. Reflexes, double end bag, reflex ball and light training. Stamina is key to having a good engine. The better your stamina is, the better prepared you are to display your skill set when in the ring. There are drills that you can do to improve on your stamina. Longer runs is the key to building up your stamina. If you want to improve your stamina, try these 5 techniques. 1. Try fartlek training. This is when you sprint from one tree to the next, then go back to a light jog to the next. Continue varying your pace of running. 2. Interval training is a training method where you work and then recover for continuous intervals. You can do this for different workout circuits. 3. Increase your running. Going from 3-mile runs and working your way up to 6-mile runs will improve your stamina. 4. Continue working on the heavy bag. Increase the number of rounds you are doing on the bag and the length of rounds you are doing. Start on 4 times 2-minute rounds with a 1-minute recovery, then work up to 10 times 3-minute rounds with a 1-minute recovery. 5. Work more on your shoulder endurance. You can do this with weighted dumbbells. If you are looking to improve your strength, there are 2 key trainings as to what you can do. 1. When doing strength and conditioning, train with heavy weights and low rep numbers. Exercises that should be included are your deadlifts, squats, bench press, rows and pull-ups. 2nd, hill sprints. 3rd, isometric training. Isometric training is when you are to hold one position for an extended period of time. You can practice doing the wall squat hold or horse stance. You can do a low plank or high plank. Muhammad Ali was one of the fastest boxers in the heavyweight division. One of his mantras was, "Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee." His training routine was as rigorous as his desire to be the best. When Muhammad Ali did an interview with Gary Todd, Ali gave Gary an insight as to what a day in the life of the champ was like. Muhammad Ali would wake up at 5:30 a.m. and stretch before going out for a 6-mile run. This would take approximately 40 minutes in army-type boots. He would go to the gym in the afternoon and train for 3 hours. He would train 6 days a week. His favorite exercises were shadowboxing and jump rope. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is often considered one of the hardest working boxers in the business. Known for training until the early hours of the morning, there is nothing standard about Floyd's training. Floyd would run for 4 to 6 miles and would train for 3 hours for his boxing sessions, 6 days per week. Pad work was one of Floyd's favorite exercises to do in the gym. He would train up to 3 times per day and work on his own schedule. As he owns his own gym and has a team of fighters around him, Floyd would be keen to go from the club straight to the gym to do an early hours workout. Unlike other athletes, Floyd never drank alcohol or smoked whether he was in camp or out of camp. Mike Tyson's was rigorous. He would wake up at 5 a.m. to go for a 3 to 4 mile run, then have breakfast. His boxing sessions would last 2 hours, including sparring. Leading up to fights, Mike would spar with up to 6 opponents in a day. Mike used to love sparring. In the evening, Mike would spend hours watching boxing fights, studying the great boxers of the past while cycling for up to an hour on a stationary bike. Manny Pacquiao training is legendary. His days started early at 6 a.m. Before going for a run, Manny would stretch and do some shadowboxing to warm up. Pacquiao's run would be between 3 to 10 miles per day, depending where he is at the training camp. The run would also include speed training and hill work. After his runs, Manny would do abdominal exercises, up to 2,000 reps in total. After getting stopped by a body shot early on in his career, Manny committed to go above and beyond for core conditioning. His boxing sessions would last up to 2.5 hours. His favorite exercise in the gym would be hitting the focus pads. This training would be 6 days per week. After boxing training and lunch, Manny would also play basketball with friends. Sugar Ray Leonard was another boxer who loved an early start to the day. He would rise around 6 a.m. and go for a 3 to 4 mile run. Later in the day, he would go to the boxing gym for a 1.5 to 2 hour session. This would include shadowboxing, skipping, bag work, sparring, and the speed bag. Boxing coaches worth checking out include Angelo Dundee, Gerald Tucker, Custy Amato, Emmanuel Stewart, Teddy Atlas, Ed Futch, Roger Mayweather, James Wallace, Floyd Mayweather Sr., and Matt Goddard. Boxing workout template: 1 to 4 times 3 minutes jump rope, 4 times 3 minutes shadowboxing, 10 times 3 minutes bag work, 6 times 3 minutes pad work 3 times. 3 minute speed bag, conditioning circuit, press-ups, squat thrusts, star jumps, burpees and jumping squats, 20 of each, as many rounds as possible in 15 minutes. Aim for 5 rounds in total. Core work, sit-ups, crunches, leg raises, side to sides, 25 of each, as many rounds as possible in 10 minutes. Aim for 4 rounds in total, cool down and stretch. Total time, approximately 2 hours. The Motivate Me workshop is an opportunity to apply the 12 key principles of success with the 4 habits of self-mastery. Success begins in the mind, but it is different for each person. This is why we will use this opportunity to review the 12 principles and 4 habits in more depth. The 12 principles are faith, vision, teamwork, focus, hard work and dedication, discipline, the will to win, resilience, confidence, respect, humility and legacy. The 4 habits are affirmations, goal setting, visualization and physiology. The affirmations for Motivate Me workshop are as follows. 1. Today is my day number faith. 2. I can live the life of my dreams meets vision. 3. Teamwork makes the dream work, teamwork. 4. I am focused on being the best I can be. Focus. 5. Hard work, dedication, or hard work into dedication. 6. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Discipline. 7. Winning is not everything, but wanting to win is a Vince Lombardi quote. The will to win. 8. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Floyd Mayweather Jr. quote. Resilience. 9. Let's go champ, a Shannon Briggs quote. Confidence. 10. Respect yourself and others will respect you. Respect. 11. I am grateful for all the blessings in my life. Humility. 12. I will create a legacy I am proud of. Legacy. The goal-setting exercises for the Motivate Me workshop are as follows. 1. Describe yourself in 3 positive adjectives. Faith. 2. What does your life look like 1 year from now if you could live a life by design? Vision. 3. Who do you know who can help you to achieve your goals quicker? Teamwork. 4. What positive habit will you continue or start doing at least 4 times a week? Focus. 5. How much time will you dedicate towards your personal development this week? Exercise applied learning. Hard work and constant dedication. 6. Which 6 habits will help you achieve your most important goal of the year? Discipline. 7. What are 7 ways you can win at life this week? The will to win. 8. What are 8 activities that require resilience? Resilience. 9. What is one thing you will do within the next 9 hours that will boost your confidence? Confidence. 10. What are 10 ways you can show respect to others? Respect. 11. How can you give back to your community over the next 11 days? Humility. 12. How would you like to be remembered in 12 words or less? Legacy. The visualization exercises for the Motivate Me workshop are as follows. 1. Imagine what you will look like at your physical peak 3 to 6 months from now. Faith. 2. Which 2 athletes, past or present, would you love to train with? Vision. 3. Visualize 3 people who can help you in and out of the ring. Teamwork. 4. What is one area of your life you want to improve over the next 4 weeks? Focus. 5. What are 5 benefits you get when you exercise regularly? Hard work and dedication. 6. Visualize what your perfect day looks like 5 years from now. Discipline. 7. Think of 7 times you felt like a winner in life. The will to win. 8. Reflect on a situation that was challenging. What did you learn from the experience? Resilience. 9. Describe what you look like when confidence is at 100% confidence. 10. Who are 10 people you respect and or admire? Respect. 11th. Visualize achieving your biggest goal. Who can help you get there? Humility. 12. Who are 12 people you have helped at some point in your life? Legacy. The physiology exercises for the Motivate Me workshop are as follows. 1. What does your winning stance look like? Stand in this position, number faith. 2. Touch your temples with 2 fingers for 2 breaths whilst you think about achieving a goal. Swaha vision. 3. Rub your hands together for 3 breaths. Teamwork. 4. Focus on your breathing for 10 breaths. 4, 4, 4. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Exhale for 4 seconds. Focus. 5. Do 5 reps of any exercise. Finish hard work and dedication. 6. Put your hands over your heart. Feel your heart beating 6 times. You want to be as disciplined as your heartbeat. Discipline. 7. Lift your arms up in the air like a champion for 7 seconds. You are ready to win at life. The will to win. 8. Shadow box. For 8 seconds, thinking about how resilient you can be. Resilience. Stand up tall for 9 breaths. Chest out, shoulders back. Cause confidence. 10. Clap 10 times to show respect for those who have paved the way for you to be here. Respect. 11. Close your eyes and think of 11 things you can be grateful for. Humility. 12. Write down 12 people and or places in the world that mean the most to you, or legacy. You can play this game as many times as you'd like. You can play this by yourself or with a friend. Write down your results and review them weekly. Your wellness score is a rating you give yourself in terms of how well you are doing in the different components of well-being. You are to rate yourself 1 to 10. 1 is very bad, 5 is okay, 10 is very good. There are 8 dimensions of wellness: mind, social, occupational, intellectual, body, physical, financial, environmental, soul, emotional, spiritual. Break this down in a circle. Each slice in the wellness wheel represents a dimension of wellness. This gives you an idea of how you're doing overall. PMA is an acronym for a positive mental attitude. A positive mental attitude is the ability to approach life with an attitude of faith, love, and gratitude. There are many ways in which they can bring ourselves into this state. I find a song to be one of the most powerful tools to bring you back into this headspace. Most professional fighters will have a ring walk song that pumps them up before a fight. Your PMA song is going to be your theme song for life. Play this song at the beginning of the day to set your frequency to the right level. Your values are your personal principles or standards of behavior that are important in your life. When you live up to your values, there is an element of achievement and fulfillment to life. When your thoughts and actions do not live up to your values, you will feel cognitive dissonance. Select which 10 values mean the most to you out of the list below. From this list of words, you will find out what matters most to you through Barrett's 7 levels of consciousness model. Go to www.pva to complete your test online to raise your self-awareness. Accountability, achievement, adaptability, ambition, balance, homework, being liked. Being the best, caring, caution, clarity, coaching, mentoring, commitment. Community, involvement, compassion, competence, conflict, resolution, continuous learning, control, courage, creativity, dialogue, ease with uncertainty, efficiency, enthusiasm, positive attitude, entrepreneurial, environmental awareness, ethics, excellence, fairness, family, financial stability, forgiveness, friendship, future generations, generosity, health, humility, humor, fun, independence, initiative, integrity, job security, leadership, listening, making a difference, openness, patience, perseverance, personal fulfillment, personal growth, personal image. Power, professional growth. Recognition, reliability, respect, reward. Risk-taking, safety, self-discipline, teamwork, trust, vision, wealth, well-being. Physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. Wisdom. Your roles are the positions you play in life each week. At work, we may have a title. We will also wear different hats at home. Perhaps you are a partner, a son, a daughter, a sibling, and the list goes on. We will then add the roles of fighter and champion to the list. A fighter is a person with the will, courage, and determination to overcome any challenge they face. Nobody is immune to the trials and tribulations of life. A champion has two powerful definitions. Firstly, it is a person who has surpassed all rivals in a sporting contest or competition. Secondly, it is a person who vigorously supports or defends a person or cause. In boxing, every time you step in the ring, you have the opportunity to become a champion, supporting the sport you love whilst overcoming a rival in competition. Write down the different roles you play in life. Put down as many as you can think of, then narrow them down to 5 to 10. We will then add the roles of fighter and champion to the list. A fighter is a person with the will, courage, and determination to overcome any challenge they face. Nobody is immune to the trials and tribulations of life. A champion has two powerful definitions. Firstly, it is a person who has surpassed all rivals in a sporting contest or competition. Secondly, it is a person who vigorously supports or defends a person or cause. In boxing, every time you step in the ring, you have the opportunity to become a champion, supporting the sport you love whilst overcoming a rival in competition. Your goals are objectives or targets that you are trying to achieve. This is something you are working towards. For each of your different roles, write down a list of goals that you will like to achieve for them over the next 12 months. Narrow these goals down to your top 10 goals. Cut this list further to your top 4 goals. In the Mind and Body Transformation Blueprint, there are 4 pillars to your transformation: an accountability plan, mindset mastery, the exercise accelerator, and nutrition mastery. Each of these 4 pillars has 4 habits. For mindset mastery, the habits are as follows: affirmations, visualization, studying Goat Mountain, and displaying gratitude. For an accountability plan, the habits are as follows: daily check-ins, reviewing results weekly, masterminding, and going public. For the exercise accelerator, the habits are as follows: cardiovascular training, resistance training, sport-specific training, boxing, and mobility. For the nutrition plan, the habits are as follows: calorie counting, hydration, protein intake, macronutrients, and fasting. Start by developing one new habit in each of the pillars every 21 days. By the end of the 12 weeks, you are doing all 12 habits, which will lead to a transformation in mind and body. Your discipline list is made up of bespoke activities and tasks to be completed each week in order to achieve your goals. Based on your top 4 goals, what are the things that need to be done repetitively over the next week in order to get close to the list? Reviewing your results weekly is a powerful tool of self-assessment. It gives you an opportunity to celebrate the wins whilst analysing the losses, which turns them into lessons. Sunday is a perfect day to tally up how you did that week. Score yourself on your discipline list. Every discipline is equally weighted on the list. Maximum score of 100. Also, check out how you got on with your habits on the Mind and Body Transformation Blueprint. If done properly, you will have 3 scores in total, one for the Mind and Body Transformation Blueprint and another score for the discipline list. We all have the same 168 hours. What we do with that time determines how we feel and what we achieve each day. Write down the list of activities you spend time doing each day. This will include things like sleep, work, exercise, eating, church, family time, social media, etc. Once you have written up all the activities, you can then add up how much time you spend doing the activities each week. This will help us assess how much free time we have left each week. This time will be spent being in those roles and achieving the goals on the list. It's time to put your power team together. Every boxing champion will have a team of trusted coaches, friends and advisors who support them towards winning their match. Every CEO of the FTSE 100 has a team and board of directors who help them achieve the company's yearly targets. Let's put together your power team that will make the dream come true. Write down a list of people you know that can help you towards achieving your goals inside and outside the ring. Next, I want you to grow this list with a team of dream advisors or companies that you would like to work with whom will help you towards these goals. Narrow the list down to 12 maximum, including 3 people you know and 3 people or companies that you would love to work with. You have the opportunity to be fighting fit and mentally strong in everything you pursue in life. It begins with the decision to try. I hope this book has given you a wealth of ideas that you can begin actioning today to improve the quality of your life. If you would like help from me and my team personally, email me at inspire@kieranekeledo.com to get started. Let me know the biggest challenge you are currently facing and what you would like to achieve. We have come to the end of the book now, and it is time to train like fighters and think like champions. This is not just a book to read. Follow the steps and guidance found in this book to start fighting for success. Please see below some recommended reading books, along with further information about my key sponsor, KELF Civil. Every winner was once a beginner. Let's start working towards turning your goals into reality. Let's live by the 12 key principles of success. Reading list. A Year by Design, a step-by-step guide to my best life by Kieran Ekeledo. Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Atomic Habits by James Clear. Your Best Year Yet by Ginny Ditzler. 12-Week Year by Brian Moran. Relentless by Tim Grover. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Exactly What to Say by Phil M. Jones. Shoe Dog by Phil Jones. Greatest Ever Boxing Workouts by Gary Todd. Our main sponsor, KELF Civil Engineering. KELF. Civil Engineering Ltd is a family-run groundworks and civil engineering company. KELF has over 60 years of combined experience as contractors in this specialist area and strive for perfection in all groundworks projects so that they are the first choice for our clients. KELF offers the following services: civil engineering, groundworks, surfacing, basement, hard soft landscaping. Check them out on Instagram at KELF Civils. Check out my Instagram at The Boxing Life Coach. Thank you for listening to 12 Boxing Principles of Success. To continue this journey, let's stay in touch. Apply to join Key Results Club and let us fight for success together. Stay blessed.